start video. Okay, so we're going to take Brenda's measurements and cut this at 4 1/4. Oh, wait a minute. Cut this at 9 1/4. And then 4 1/4. And if you think about it, that's the measurements of our basic cards. You get one whole box out of each sheet of cardstock. Okay, so the next step is the scoring. We're going to score this long piece at 4 1/2. So we'll put it in long ways and score it at 4 1/2. With this, put all the black one down so I don't use it by accident. Trust me, I have. And then score it again at the 9. So I'm going to look down here to measure it up to the 9. And score it at the 9. Then we're going to flip it this way. And we're going to score it at the 4-inch mark. So line it all up with the lines here, up here. Scoring blade still, bring it down, do that. We're going to do that one more time. Since I already have it in, I'm going to go here. Four and 1/2. And 9. All right. So this piece, taking our paper snips, which I highly recommend them. You want to have yourself a pair of designated scissors that nobody else in the house is going to be cutting fabric or glue strips or cardboard with. You want a pair of snips that are just your own. So I actually have several pairs. So we're going to fold this in half, and what I do next is just cut this little tab right there out. That's so that when it meets over, it lays down flat. And then we're going to cut this little corner out where the two score lines meet. And then I'm going to do it again on the other half. Fold it in, cut it off. See that paper fly? Yeah, it's a wonder my craft room floor stays dirty all the time. That's all right. Dirty rooms mean lots of love. All right, so get rid of them. So I'm going to put the cutter aside. We're going to come right back to that because then we're going to make the lid. So what we're going to do here is fold it in at all the score lines. Brenda, I can't thank you enough. I have watched your videos since I've learned how to stamp, and I've really enjoyed all the lessons that I've learned from you. And so to be able to copy you and share it is quite an honor for me as well. All right, so we're going to put that there. And if you can imagine this, that is going to glue right onto here. So what we're going to do next is take this. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to get my picker tool. I took the tip off my picker tool, and I want to tell you in my own little tips, the reason why I did that is because when you use it and it's pushing the gummy up, all that gummy gets wasted in there if I'm not actually using the gummy part. The gummy part is there to help you pick up little facets, little pieces of glitter, things like that. It helps you pick up little teeny weeny pieces of paper and place them where you want to place them. So if I'm not using that part, I take it off because I don't want to waste all that gummy by getting clogged up in there. So my end is open. I also played with this today and discovered that this has a flat piece, and when you get it in, it locks in place for the pointer. So I like to use the pointer over my tear and tape to separate the tape from the sticker. All right, line that piece up right there. All right, so the next part that we're going to do, I'm going to set this aside. Now I could tape this together right now, but when I go to tape the lid to it, I'll do it all at the same time. All right, so the next piece that we're going to take out, another piece of vanilla cardstock. We cut this lid. Well, wait a minute, let me go back to the bottom. On the bottom piece, we simply cut out a 4.5 by 4.5 square. All right, so there it is, 4.5 by 4.5. Yeah, let's go back and put that back together. Brenda's probably shaking her head going, what is she doing to my thing? All right, so I'm going to put tear and tape on here. Do it all along the top here, even though I could easily have cut it into little pieces. I like to rub it down with my finger because it's kind of like a burnishing, pressing, sealing action. Makes me feel like I've got it all together. Now I'm done with that. So at this point, I'm going to take this piece off after I know it's down good and tight. Take that piece off. Hold them over so that they meet in the middle wonderfully. They meet in the middle wonderfully. Perfect. Now I'm going to take all of these pieces off. All right. So we have that there. Janice. I usually work on this Teflon. Things don't stick to that so much, so I don't have so much of a problem. Now, taking your 4x4 piece, I'm going to put one piece down up to the edge, nice and tight, so it's in place. All right, and then pushing all of these pieces, folding all these pieces down. Going to gently lay it down so it covers all four sides. And then just to ensure I got it nice and locked in, I'm going to go back on the inside. Okay, so there's the box, the right size to hold a toilet paper roll. It was funny because my toilet paper rolls are super fluffy. Not that I buy that on purpose, but they were super fluffy. So I was worried. I actually feel like I had to modify the measurements just a little bit to make sure that it was the right measurements. All right, so we've done the sides and the bottom. Now we're going to cut the piece of the top. I already have a couple cut, but I wanted to show you this. Put the cardstock in there. Brenda made a point of saying to us that it is 7 9/16. Now, then she said it was right past the 7.5 mark. So it is the line right past the 7.5 mark. All right, so I'm not scoring this. It is 7 9/16 square. So that means I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of them. All right, now on the square part, I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to measure it out and score it at 1.5 even. Bring the black down so I don't paper shifted on me. Accidentally cut it. Bring it down. Come back this way. Oh, no, this way. I like to watch other people's demonstrations so I can see if I can learn that one extra little thing that makes crafting so much easier. And I'm not even going to say easier. I'm going to say get that aha moment. You never know when they do one thing that you thought, why didn't I think of that? And I got to tell you, I get a lot of them. All right, so we are actually done with this. Set that way off to the side. come back with my paper snips. Another good point that I got from Brenda. When you snip up to the score line, do it on one side, flip your paper completely over, and do it on the other side. I have to admit I've made mistakes where I've clipped it the wrong too many times, or twice on one side and not enough on the other, and totally messed up my project. All right, I know my score tape is right here in front of, there it is, right here in front of my face. Of course it was. So I'm going to put score tape on each one of these. Some people like to use a lot of tape. Some people like to use a lot of glue. You do what's comfortable for you, and I'm going to do what's comfortable for me. I'm not a huge, overwhelmed Pop Dot kind of person. I love using Pop Dots, but I also don't love to waste all of them onto one project. So I kind of use them only as I need. All right, so with that, I've done that. Come back, take these off. I don't know how long I've been recording, but I know that it hasn't been but a couple minutes, and you'll see how easily this project comes together, and you will have a gift, a surprise gift to give to your friends. I really loved making projects that I could take to work. I work with over 100 people. As a matter of fact, for Christmas time, I made fudge, and I put them in little boxes, and I made every single one of the boxes. And then, of course, I made the fudge that went inside every one of the boxes, and it was over 100. But I got great joy out of doing that, so it was worth it. Okay, we're going to tuck the sides down. And to be honest with you, at this point, I go back and pull out my tissue box. And I put the lid on, and I make sure that it is nice and tight. And fold that lid down, tap it on the tape. Voila! Perfect. And then all you have to do is come back and layer and decorate the lid. I want to tell you that let me finish what I'm doing. All right, let me put this back. I could fast forward through this, but by the time I got up and looked at the phone, I will be done. All right, so the paper is from the Ornate Garden stamp set. The phrase is from Woven Heirlooms. I loved this one, but I'm not wishing anybody any, thinking of any sympathy. So I thought this one was really good. Wishing you a day of love and joy. I took the flower out of the Ornate Garden on the gold foil and buffed it out with one of my daubers. Blot blot, did the sides a little bit. Here, I'll do them a little bit. Put some more color throughout it. And then to get the darker in the middle, I put more ink and I pushed it down really, really hard. This is the same ribbon that comes in the Ornate Garden kit or bundle. And so it matched perfectly with the terracotta tile ink. And another thing that I really want to point out to you, die that are from the Stitched So Sweetly. Stitched So Sweetly die set. Remember how I showed you I'd take a picture of these so I know what the pieces are? When I ran this through the die cutting machine, our Big Shot, I put it down and I cut out the big one, and then these coordinate with it, so it went right inside to cut out the little one. So I cut out two. I did one complete double set in white, one complete double set in the I want to call this paper the pumpkin color, but I'm not positive exactly. But if you lay this on the die cut, you get two pieces cut out at one time, and then I mixed and matched them. Absolutely love that. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to take the chance of doing anything wrong and making any more mistakes. So I did a good job. Put the lid on. That is not a cute little package to leave on somebody's front porch. They're going to go, what the heck? But you know what? I think it's perfect. Okay. My name is Janice. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting. Happy Stamping with Janice. My blog is still in the works, but as soon as it's done, I will make sure that everybody that watches my videos is aware. All right, I hope that you're having a great day and stay in touch, and I'll be back soon. All right, thank you.